Hello my dear students, welcome back to Prudence Coaching. In this particular channel, you will get ICSE, CVSE and WBBSE solutions of all subjects. Students, today we are starting with the new batch of class 6 and we will start with the chapter Algebra. So let us start with exercise 11.1 of your book. Students, in this particular question, it is asked to find out the rule which gives the number of matchsticks required to make the following matchstick patterns. Use a variable to write the rule. So I think you know what is the meaning of a variable and a constant. A constant value, for example 2. If I say 2, that means it is 2. But in case if I say the value is 2a, here we have the variable a. That means a can take any value. We can say a is equals to 2. So you will get 2 into 2, this value will be 4. Again I can say that a is 3. If I say in this 2a, a is 3, that means this value will become 2 into 3, that is 6. So the value of variable changes, therefore it is called variable. And on the other hand, the value or the constant or the numerical value doesn't change, it is fixed, therefore those are called constant. And here you need to find out the pattern for the letter T first. So let us see how we are going to solve this particular sum. My dear students, I will ask you a question before starting this particular solution because this is going to help you out. My dear students, if we add 2 for 3 times, what we will get? We will get 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6. And some students will say we are adding 2 thrice, so 2 into 3 we will get 6. Yes, this only I wanted to know. So if we are adding 2 thrice, that means it will be 2 into 3. Now if I add 2 4 times, then you will get here 2 into 4, that is 8. If you add also, you will get 8, and if you multiply 2 with 4, you will get 8. Similarly, if you add 5 2's, then you will get 5 into 2 or 2 into 5, 10. So this will help you to understand this particular problem. So as in number A, as you can see, we have a pattern of letter T as written like this one and this one. There are no joining between this line and the line here. If these are the matchsticks, then we need 2 matchsticks like this to form a single T. If I say that we are making 2 T's, then how many matchsticks we will need? This 2 plus this 2. Again, if I say that I am making 3 T's, then how many matchsticks will I need? We will need 1, 2, 3 matchsticks. Now if we add this 3, we will get 6. Okay, so or if we multiply 2 into 3, we will get here 6. So this is the value of matchstick, and this 3 is number of time or frequency of T appearing here. So now if I ask you to form a rule for the pattern T, and we need to use a variable because we don't know how many T's we are going to draw, then what will be the formula or the rule of finding out the number of matchstick? We know 2 are there, that is 2 matchsticks are required, and how many T's are formed like this, we don't know, it will vary according to the question. So we can take any variable for this frequency. We can take n, so 2 into n we will get 2n. You can take any variable, you can take n, a, b, anything, small letter, anything you can take as a variable. So as 2 matchsticks used in each letter T, so the formula or the rule will be 2n. Similarly, let us see the next one. So here we have Z. Here the Z is written like this. That means we need 1 to 3 matchsticks. So if we say that we have 2Z, so we will use 2 3's. If we say that we need 3Z, so we will need 6 plus 3, that is 9 matchsticks. So here the number of matchstick in each letter Z is fixed, that is constant, that is 3. But how many Z are there is not constant, that is variable. So we can take it as 3 into n, that is the frequency of arrival of this Z. How many times Z will be made or how many Z will be made. So this is the formula, that is 3n. I think it is clear to you. Let us see the next one. Next one, as you can see, is U. For forming a single U, we need 3 matchstick. Similarly, if we draw or make a pattern of 2 matchstick, then you will need 3 plus 3, that is 6. And if we make 3 use, then you will use 3 plus 3 plus 3, that is 9 matchsticks. Means it is like this. If we add this, you will get 3 into 3, that is 9. So we are multiplying how many matchstick are required in single use, that is 3, into number of use, that we don't know. We are assuming it to be n or anything. You can assume any variable. So 3 into n, you will get 3n. So this is our final answer. Next one, we have the letter V. So for forming a single V, we will use 2 matchstick. Now if we make the pattern of 2 V's, then we will use 2 plus 2 or 2 into 2, 4. Here 2 for the matchstick and 2 into 2, that is 1V and 2V. So 2 into 2, 4. Now if we say that we are making 3 V's, then you will get 2, that is constant, into 3. That is 6 will be the answer. Now if we say 4 V, then 2 into 4, you will get 8. But we don't know how many V, so we will just write 2 into n. That is the number of times the letter is formed. So here 2n will be the answer. Next one is E. For forming a single E, as you can see, we need 5 matchsticks. Now if we make 2E, then you will get 5 into 2, 10 matchsticks are required. Now if we make 3E, so 5 into 3, 15 matchsticks will be required. If we make 4E, 5 into 4, 20 matchsticks will be required. But we don't know how many E's are made. So this 4, 3, 2 means the number of times we are making E is not constant. We don't know the value, so we will assume a variable, that is n. So 5 into n, you will get 5n. Now let us see the next one, that is S. For forming a single S, as you can see, 5 matchsticks are required. So for forming 2 S, you will require 5 into 2, that is 10. Now if I say that you need to make 3 S, so 5 into 3, 15. That means the number of matchsticks used in a single S, that is 5, into how many S is being made, which is variable. We will take it as n. So 5 into n will be 5n. As you can see, we have written the answer like this. And lastly, we have the letter A. So for forming letter A, as you can see, we need 6 matchsticks. So for making a single A, we need 6 matchsticks. Now if I say we are making 2 A's, then you will need 6 into 2, 12. Now if I say that we are making 3 A's, so 6 into 3, 18. So this is the number of matchstick and this is number of A we are forming. But here we don't know how many A's are being made. We need to find out the formula. So 6 into n will be our answer. So 6 into n means 6n. So my dear students, I hope this particular sum is clear to you. And as you can see, here I have given you the solution. So pattern for letter T is 2n as 2 matchsticks used in each letter. Pattern for Z is 3n as 3 matchsticks used in each letter. Pattern for U is 3n as 3 matchsticks used in each letter. Pattern for V is 2n as 2 matchsticks used in each letter. Pattern of E will be 5n as 5 matchsticks used in each letter. Pattern of letter S will be 5n as 5 matchsticks used in each letter. And lastly, the pattern of letter A is 6n as 6 matchsticks used in each letter. So finally, what is the conclusion? We are multiplying the number of matchsticks required in each letter into n. N is the number of letters we are forming, which is variable. We don't know how many T we are forming, how many Z we are forming. So we are writing the formula like this. So let's read the question first. We already know the rule for pattern of letter L, C and F. Yes, we know. Why we know? Because we have already solved in sum number 1. Some of the letters from question number 1 given above give us the same rule as that given by L. So, you need to find out that from question number 1, which all letters have the same formula or same pattern as the letter L. which are this? So you need to identify those letters and why does this happen. You need to find out the reason behind this. Patterns are same. So my dear students, let us understand how to solve this particular sum. First we need to find out how many matchsticks are required for writing the single letter, that is L. As you can see, we need two matchstick, that is this one and this one. So two matchstick is needed for writing a single L. So similarly, if we write 3 L's, then how many matchsticks will be required? So here 2, here also we will require 2, here also required 2. That means here the number of matchsticks required for writing a single L is same. That means it is constant. So here 2 is constant, or 2 matchsticks is required every time for writing a single L. And as we are writing here 3L, so we will need 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6. Or you can do like this, we need 2 matchsticks for writing single L, and how many letter L we are writing? We are writing 3 letter L. So we will multiply it with 3. Don't know how many L we are writing. So in place of 3, as we were assuming 3, this value is unknown. That means this is variable. How many L we are writing is variable. So in place of this 3, we can assume n. It may be 4. If we are taking 4L, then 2 into 4 you will get 8. If 5L, then 5 into 2, 10. That means this 2 is constant, and beside this n is variable. Like this we were calculating the formula or the pattern of each letter. So here 2 matchstick into the number of letter we don't know, so we will write here 2n. So let us find out in sum number 1 which letters gave us this particular pattern. So as you can see, for the letter T, we require 2 matchstick and we don't know how many letter T are written. So 2 into n. So this is satisfying. And number D, that is the pattern of letter V, is also written using 2 matchsticks. So this 2 is constant, but we don't know how many letter V is written. So 2 into n. So these 2 letters, that is T and V, is the answer here. So we will write the answer like this. The letters T and V follow the same pattern, that is 2n, since 2 matchsticks are used in all these letters. Let us read the question first. Cadets are marching in a parade. There are 5 cadets in a row. What is the rule which gives the number of cadets given the number of rows? Use n for the number of rows. That means here how many rows are there is not said in this particular question. It is asked that we will assume n, which is a variable. So as you can see, if in a single row 5 cadets are there, that means if it is 2, that means if the number of row is 2, you will get how many cadets? In the first row 5, plus in the second row we have 5, that is 5 plus 5, 10, or 5 into 2, that is number of row, you will get 10. If the number of row is 3, how you will get the answer? 5 into the number of row, that is 3, you will get 15, or 5 plus 5, you will get 15. Similarly, if the number of rows is 4, how many cadets will be there? So you will get the answer by adding 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is 20. Or you can multiply the number of cadets in a single row, that is 5, into how many row? 4. So 5 into 4, 20. So here the number of cadets in a row, that is 5, is constant. But how many rows is unknown, and according to the question it is asked to assume the number of rows to be n. So 5 into n, your answer will be 5n. So let's write our answer. So here you will get the number of rows. According to the question it is asked to assume n, so we will write n. Cadets in each row, that is 5, given according to the question. Therefore, the total number of cadets will be 5, that is constant, into n, that is the variable. So 5n will be our answer. 4. So first let us read out the question. If there are 50 mangoes in a box, how will you write the total number of mangoes in terms of the number of boxes? Use B for the number of boxes. So here how many boxes are there is unknown to us. But in a single box it is said that there are 50 mangoes. So how many total mangoes will be there? So as you can see in this picture, if in this particular box if we have 50 mangoes, okay, so in this box if there are 50 mangoes, then in another box if we take two boxes, we will get 50 plus 50, that is 100 mangoes. Or as you can see we have two baskets, so the total number of mangoes will be 50, that is in a single box into the number of boxes, that is 2. So by adding 50 plus 50 you can get 100, or 50 into 2, that is 50 into the number of boxes, they will get 100. Similarly, if there are 3 boxes, then if we add, we will get 50 plus 50 plus 50, that is 150 mangoes total. And without adding, if we want to calculate, then we will get 50, that is in a single box, into 3, that is 150. So what we are doing here, so we are multiplying the mangoes in a single box into the number of boxes. As here the number of boxes is said to be B here, as it is a variable, we don't know how many exactly boxes are there. So our final answer will be 50 into the number of boxes, that is B. So you will get here 50B. Now let us see how we will represent this answer. So we will write like this: number of boxes equals to B. Mangoes in a single box or mangoes in each box equals to 50. Therefore, total number of mangoes equals to 50B. Let's read the question first. The teacher distributes 5 pencils per student. That means to a single student, a teacher is giving 5 pencils. Can you tell how many pencils are needed given the number of students? That means if the number of students, how many students are there, if it is told to you, then can you find the total number of pencil? You need to use s for the number of students. So here a variable s is being given. You need to assume that there are s number of students and you need to find out the total number of pencil distributed by the teacher. So let's understand the sum. So as you can see, this student is given 5 pencil by the teacher. So one student is having 5 pencil. So another student will have another 5 pencil. So total there will be 5 plus 5, 10 pencil. So we are adding and finding out. We can do this in this way also. We are adding 5 two times. So 5 into 2. So here 5 is the number of pencil a single student is getting and 2 is the number of student. So we are multiplying 5, that is the number of pencil, with the number of student to get the total number of pencil. Similarly, if I say that now 3 students are there, then if there are Similarly, now if I say that there are 3 students, so total how many pencils will they get? They will get 5 plus 5 plus 5, that is equals to 15. Or you can do like this, that is the number of pencil 5 given to each student into number of student, that is 3. So 5 into 3, 15. So if we just assume the number of student to be s now, as we don't know how many students are there, so our answer will be 5, that is the number of pencil, into s, that is the number of student, that is equal to 5s. So this is our final answer and we will be representing the answer like this. Number of students equals to s. Number of pencils given to each student equals to 5. Therefore, the total number of pencil needed are 5s, as I have explained. Number 6. A bird flies 1 kilometer in a minute. So in a minute, that is in a given time, the distance traveled by the bird is given. That means 1 kilometer per minute is the speed of that particular bird. Can you express the distance covered by the bird? You are asked to find out the distance in terms of its flying time in minutes. That is how many minutes the bird is flying given to you. That means the time is given in minute. Use T for flying time in minutes. So here the time given to be T minutes. Okay, you need to just assume T minutes for the time, which is a variable. Exact time in minutes is not given to you. A variable is given to you. So how you are going to find out? So as you can see, if the birds start from here till here, a certain distance will be covered, that is from this point to this point is the distance. So this distance is equals to speed, means in a minute, as everything is given in a minute. So in a minute, how many kilometer or how many distance the bird can fly, that is the speed of the bird. Okay, so speed into the time, how many minutes the bird is flying, as everything time is given in minutes. So speed into time, that is the time given in minutes. So you should remember that the formula of distance is speed into time. So let us apply this one. So time taken by the bird is given to be t minutes according to the question. Speed of the bird is 1 kilometer per minute, that is 1 kilometer divided by minute. You can write it like this. So here it is given that the distance covered by the bird equals to speed into time. As I have discussed the formula of distance, that is speed into time. So here the speed is given to be 1 kilometer per minute. That means in a single minute the bird is flying 1 kilometer. Into the time is given in t minutes. This is also in minutes. So this minutes and this minutes will be cancelled. T into 1 you will get t and the unit left is kilometer. So your final answer will be t kilometer with sum number 7. So let's read the question first. Radha is drawing a dot rangoli. So Radha is a girl. She is drawing a dot rangoli. A beautiful patterns of lines joining dots with the chalk powder as in the figure. So as you can see in this picture, she is drawing like this. So she has 8 dots in a row. Do you know what is the meaning of row? Row means this kind of horizontal lines. These are the rows and these are the columns. Okay, so here she is drawing 8 dots in a single row. How many dots will her rangoli have for r rows? So if the number of rows is r, you need to find out the total number of dots in all these particular rows. How many dots are there if there are 8 rows? So first you are asked to find out total number of dots if there is r number of rows. Then you are asked when there are 8 rows. If there are 10 rows, again you need to find out if there are 10 rows, then how many dots will be there. So let's start with the video. So according to the question, in a single row there are 8 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many dots are there? 8. So if the number of row is 2, then in this particular row also there will be 8 dots. So 8 plus 8, 16 dots. Or you can do like this. 8 in a single row, how many dots are there in a single row? That is 8 into the number of row. This is 1, this is 2. So 2 rows are there. So 8 into 2, you will get 16. That means we are multiplying the number of dots in a single row into the number of rows. Again, if we have 3 rows like this, so here also you will get 8 dots. So total you will get 8 plus 8 plus 8, that is 24. Or you can calculate it like this, that is 8 dots in a single row into number of rows, that is 3. So 8 into 3, 24. So this is the method as we have learned in the previous video as well. So here as it is said that the number of dots here is 8 in a single row and the number of rows is given to be r. Okay, a variable r is given. Total number of rows is not given in constant value, it is a variable. So how you will find? So here number of row is r. According to the question, in each row 8 dots are there. So 8 dots into number of row, that is r. So 8r is the total number of dots in case the number of row is r. Now if the number of rows is 8, then in each row we have 8 dots into how many rows do we have? That is 8 according to the question. So 64 will be total number of dots. Again it is said 10 rows. So 8 dots in a single row into 10. So you will get 80 dots total in case the number of rows is 10. So now let us write the final answer. The number of dots in each row equals to 8 dots. And in the first question it is given that the number of rows is r. So number of rows equals to r, therefore the number of dots will be 8r. And next, as the number of rows is given to be 8 instead of r, in that case we will write when there are 8 rows, then the number of dots will be 8, that is in each row 8 dots are present into number of rows, that is 8. So 8 into 8, 64 dots total. Now if the number of rows is 10 according to the question, when there are 10 rows, then number of dots equals to 8, that is in a single row we have 8 dots into the number of rows, that is 10, so 80 dots. Now let us start with sum number 8. According to this question, it is given Leela is Radha's younger sister. So here Leela and Radha are both sisters and Leela is smaller than Radha. Again it is said Leela is 4 years younger than Radha. So Leela is 4 years smaller than Radha. Can you write Leela's age in terms of Radha's age? So here it is asked, if you know the age of Radha, can you write what will be the age of Leela? Here it is said, take Radha's age to be x years. So here we are given a variable x which is representing Radha's age. And here the Radha's actual age is not given to us. It is a variable which is representing Radha's age, which is x year. So let us understand how we are going to solve this particular question. So first we are given Radha's age, that is x years. So x years is Radha's age according to the question. Now as we know Leela is 4 years smaller than Radha. So Radha's age is x years. From x years, if we subtract 4 years, we will get Leela's age. So Leela's age when the Radha's age is given to be x years is x minus 4 years. So in the answer we will write Radha's age equals to x years as it was given in the question. Therefore, Leela's age will be x minus 4 years. So this one is Radha and this one is Leela. So this one is x years and her age is x minus 4 years. Don't forget to write years. Let us start with sum number 9. Mother has made laddus, but how many laddus made by the mother is not said. She gives some laddus to guests and family members. So from the number of laddus she made, she gave some of the laddus to guests and the family members. Still 5 laddus remain. So after giving also, she is left with 5 laddus. If the number of laddus mother gave away is L, so here how many laddus mother gave away is not stated. It is just given in variable L. So L is the number of laddus given away by the mother. How many laddus did she make? You are asked to find out how many laddus were made by the mother. Let us understand this sum with the help of an example. For example, you just assume that you had 5 pencils with you. Okay, so this is the total number of pencil that was with you. So from this 5 pencil, you have given 2 pencil to your small brother or the younger brother. So this one is given away. So now you will be left with 5 minus 2, that is 3 pencil. This is the remaining. So you know how many pencil is left with you? It is 3. Now with this remaining pencil, if your brother gives you back 2 pencil, that means you will get 2 more pencils, so plus 2. So this was given away by you, you are getting it back. So how many pencils will be there with you now? That is 3 plus 2, 5. So this 5 is the total number of pencil which you had in the beginning. So similarly, in this particular sum, if we just consider last 3 steps, that is here the remaining number of laddus is given to be 5. So this one is remaining. And how many laddus did mother give away? That is L. So now the guest and the family member, if they return this number of L laddus, that is 5 plus L, if it was just given back, then what will be the number of laddus with the mother? That is 5 plus L. So this 5 plus L laddus is the number of laddus which was made by the mother. So we are just adding the remaining number of laddus, that is 5, plus the number of laddus which were given away by the mother. So we are adding 5 plus L, and this 5 plus L is the total number of laddus those were made by the mother. So let us see how we will write this answer. Number of laddus given away is L. Number of laddus remaining is 5. So the total number of laddus is L plus 5. Students, let us start with sum number 10 of this particular exercise, as we have completed till sum number 9 in the previous video. Oranges are to be transferred from larger boxes into smaller boxes. So we are just taking out the oranges from the larger boxes and we are just keeping it into the smaller boxes. So according to the question, when a large box is emptied, means we are taking out oranges from a large box, the oranges from it fill to smaller boxes and still 10 oranges remain outside. So if we just take out oranges from a large box, we will find that 2 small boxes will fill, and after that also 10 oranges will be left over. If the number of oranges in a small box are taken to be x, so if in a small box x oranges are there, what is the number of oranges in the larger box? You need to find out what was the total number of oranges in the larger box. So let us start with the solution. So let us consider this basket to be box. So if a large box is emptied, you will find that 2 small box will be filled. After that also 10 oranges will be left over. So you need to find out the total number of oranges in this big box, when in a single box it can contain x number of oranges. So here the variable x is used to represent how many oranges are there in this 2 small boxes each. So as you can see, if we add this to x, we will get x plus x, that is 2x, and after that also we are left with 10 oranges, so plus 10. So in this large box, how many oranges are there? 2x plus 10. So let us see how we are going to write this answer. Number of oranges in one box is x, that is in small box. Okay, number of boxes is 2. Therefore the total number of oranges in boxes is 2x. So in these 2 boxes, how many oranges are there? X plus x, 2x, or 2 into x is 2x. Remaining oranges is 10. Thus the number of oranges in the big box or in the large box will be 2x plus 10. This is our final answer. Let's read the question first. Look at the following matchsticks pattern of squares. So we are asked to see this particular pattern where the matchsticks are joined together to form squares. 2 neighboring squares have a common matchstick. For example, in this particular pattern you will find that we have 2 neighboring, means side by side 2 squares are there. So one matchstick is common. So this matchstick is common. Observe the pattern and find the rule that gives the number of matchsticks in terms of number of squares. So here it is asked, if you are told or if the number of squares is given, you need to find out the number of matchstick using a particular formula or pattern. You need to find out that particular rule here. Let's see the pattern first. Okay, so in this particular number A, figure number A, as you can see, we require 1, 2, 3, 4 matchsticks. So you just write here 4. In the second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 matchsticks are required. In the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here 10 matchsticks are required. In the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So here 13 matchsticks are there. If we notice this number very carefully, you will find that if we deduct 1 from each of them, we will get the table of 3. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Next one is 7 minus 1, 6. 10 minus 1 is 9. 13 minus 1 is 12. So 3 into 1 is 3. 3 2 is 6. 3 into 3 is 9. And 3 into 4 is 12. So the rule will be like this. That is 3 into x. You will get the multiplication table of 3 plus 1, as we have plus 1 in each of them. So we are writing plus 1. Here x is the number of square. If the number of square is 1, if we put the value 1 here, 3 into 1 plus 1, you will get here 4. If the value of x is 4, that is 4 squares are given, then it will be 3 into 4, 12 plus 1, 13. So it is satisfying. So how we will represent our answer? So first you just write 11a, draw the figure, and beside it you write 4 matchsticks. Similarly, you just draw the figure as it is given, and beside that you just write number of matchsticks required. Then if we remove 1 from each, then they makes
table of 3.
As I have said that if we deduct 1 from each of them, then we will get the table of 9, as it is given 3, 6, 9. All of these are the tables of 3. So the required equation will be 3x plus 1, where x is the number of square. Now let us move on to the next question, that is B, figure 11.7. This figure, okay, gives a matchstick pattern of triangle. As you can see here, a pattern of triangle is being made. As in exercise 11a, as we have done in exercise 11a in the previous sum, find the general rule that gives the number of matchsticks in term of number of triangle. That means here, if the number of triangle is given to you, you need to form a general rule or formula so that you can find out how many matchsticks are required to form this particular pattern. So let us find out in figure number A how many matchsticks are required. As you can see, 3 matchsticks. In the figure 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 matchsticks are required. In the next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 matchsticks are required. Next one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 matchsticks are required. Now if we deduct 1 from each of this number, we will get the table of 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4, 7 minus 1 is 6, 9 minus 1 is 8. So as you can see, we can write the formula or the general rule as 2 into x, because it is a multiplication table of 2 plus 1. So if the number of triangle is 1, then the answer or the total matchstick required will be, we need to put 1 in place of x. So 2 into 1 plus 1, that is 3. Now if the number of matchstick is 4, then 2 into 4 is 8 plus 1, 9. As you can see, it is satisfying. So let us write the final answer like this. As I have taught you in the previous sum, first you need to draw the figures and write the number of matchsticks required by counting all these 4 figures as given. Next we will write, if we remove 1 from each of them, then they makes table of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So the required equation will be 2x plus 1, where x is the number of triangle. So my dear students, as you can see, this is your homework. Try to solve this sum at your home. We will be discussing it in the next class. So my dear students, with this we come to the end of this particular video. If you find the content of this video helpful, like, subscribe and share with your friends, and don't forget to check the playlist of this particular channel, where you will get all the videos arranged according to your needs. Also check the description box, there you will get link of the important videos as well. Don't forget to join our Telegram channel, where you can directly communicate with our expert faculties. Bye bye everyone, see you in the next class.